Well. What's up? Back at it again. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Pi. Another day in the sun. Shining. I mean, it's overcast today, but that's not too terrible. But yo, Savage, what's up? Your view is important to us. Thank you for holding. It absolutely is. Should I do a voice? Should I do a voiceover? Yo, but Savage, how you doing, my mans? Long time no see. How you been? What you been up to? I'm just coming off kind of like a heck of a past couple days. It's always good to be back in stream because I think that it's kind of like I don't know, maybe like a resetting sort of thing. It's kind of nice to kind of get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's good to be here. Yeah, man, you know me, I wonder. I know all about it. Doing great. It started snowing today, so no work. What? Let's go. No work day. I'm here for the no work day. I'm here for it. So yeah, what are you doing instead? You having some hot chalky? You having some hot chalky? You having some relaxation time? I hope. Yeah, it's been pretty, I don't want to say crazy, but Rachel's parents were here this past week. They just left yesterday, I want to say. So they just left yesterday, and of course, like, I think anytime family's involved, shit just kind of gets a little weird, if you know what I mean. Been drinking a shitload of coffee and doing a sweet load of fuck all. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We all need those days. Yeah, that's been the big thing for me, I think, is, yeah, Rachel's parents were here, so she was stressing out a little bit. And then I kind of did something a little bit dumb. So, let's see if I have it. I might still have it here. But I did this. So we have, as you know, we're just on the cusp of legalization. Or not necessarily legalization. One sec. Where is it? Where did it go? So, not necessarily on the cusp of legalization. We're legalized, but we're on the cusp of, like, actually being able to buy just weed, right? Like, you can't go into a store and just buy weed in New York. I mean, I guess there's stores you can, at least nearby me. You can't. You have to go through some loopholes. But there's a CBD store near me. And so I went and I bought these gummies. And I was like, do you guys sell weed? And they're like, no, we don't sell weed, but we have this. It's got some THC in it. Yo, actually the dog, what's up, homie? Let's go. How you doing, Big Papa? How's life? I'm just talking about my most recent traumatic experience. It wasn't traumatic, really. But I got this, and as you can see, it says THC on the box, but it also says less than 0.3% THC, because I guess that's the legal limit. Yeah, it's been a minute with the dog. Let's go. But yo, actually the dog, how have you been? What have you been up to? How's work is the more important question. How's work been? Hopefully not too stressful for you. But yeah. So I bought this shit, these gummies, these edibles, and they make them with this stuff, Delta 9 THC. And I didn't really know much about it, but I thought I'd try these. And so I took, like, you know, a couple of these gummies, and I felt way more fucked up than I normally do eating edibles. You know what I mean? Like super high. And it felt a little bit different from just doing regular gummies. Like, these are the gummies right here. If you want to take a peek at them. But since they're legal, they seem like I did a little bit more research on them after the fact, because I brought some over to Rachel's and we did some over. And we're like, man, we're just super fucked up. And so I guess these are basically bloodworm blocks from fish. Yeah, basically. They're just like fruit-flavored gummies, and they have like an extract in them. But if you remember, did you guys, where you were, did you have any of the research chemical stuff? When I say research chemicals, I remember the big one around here was like bath salts. But for a minute there, they had basically legal versions of drugs where they just slightly changed the chemical properties of the drugs. So like bath salts was supposed to be like methamphetamine basically. And then they had like a couple different kinds of like fake weed for a while. Like K2 was one of them. A bunch of different names. They had like fake ecstasy for a while. But it seems like this is the same sort of thing where it's like not actually THC. It's like a more chemically derived version of THC. It's called Delta 9, and I guess there's a Delta 8. But I say that all to say, if you happen to come across something like this, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, we got fucked up, but it was kind of like a weird kind of shitty high, at least for me. It's like more of like the high and less of like the euphoria. So, and it's like super unregulated. Like, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen if you take it, because it hasn't been made illegal yet. But in a lot of places, it's like on its way to being made illegal. Yeah, we had legal highs, which was like weed, but 8T was like crackhead behavior from it. Exactly. I didn't really think about it, you know, but it's always those legal highs. Salvia is a big one. Salvia was another one of those legal highs. Yeah, okay, so you probably got all of that shit when it was big. But I would say, like, you might have to worry about this too, this Delta 9 THC. It gives me the same vibe as my stream title, Research Chemicals, which is basically they make these chemical versions of stuff and they slightly change it to make it legal. But that doesn't mean that they know the effects of it. So that's just what I was gonna say. That's my little PSA. So it's been a weird past couple of days. Same here, but people of Scotland don't care anymore, and even cops aren't fussed. Yeah, right? That's basically how it is over here. Like, I could probably find a place that would sell me actual weed if I looked hard enough, but this place is like a block away from me, and it's been there for a while, so I thought I'd go check it out. But yeah, and I've been thinking about maybe trying like CBD weed, because I don't necessarily always want to get super fucked up when I smoke weed, but I do like the anti-anxiety properties. It's a non-bailable offense here? What? Oh shit. So it's serious business. Oh, possession of drugs. Oh man. That's hard. That seems fucking so scary. There are some places like that here. Like, I think if you go to Texas, and I don't know if it's a bailable offense, but it's pretty high. A pretty high offense if you get caught with drugs in certain places here, because it's legal only in certain places. It's not federally legal. It's not legal like carte blanche or point blank across the country. It's only legal in certain places due to local laws. It's like 70% of the population smoking, the rest either used to or know people that do. Yep. I think that's the funny thing about legalization here, is that you're seeing all sorts of people smoking weed and being open about smoking weed, which is really beautiful, I think. Because I think just by itself, smoking weed is or, you know, naturally derived substances and stuff. But it's when you start like fucking around with the chemistry of stuff, that you get into kind of no man's land. But yeah, so that's been my experience the past couple of days, dealing with parents, and then also dealing with fucking weird ass drugs. But the guy, so I went to the store and I talked to the guy, and the guy was super nice. He was like playing Far Cry 3 on the computer when I went in, and he was like, yeah, just playing Far Cry 3 for the first time. And I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, he's just doing his job. I don't want to get upset at him. Yeah, I took on stream. I could get fucked legally here, but who's gonna watch unless you're a pothead yourself, right? I mean, yeah, exactly. It's like, and especially, yeah, like cops. I don't know if cops are really watching Twitch. Really, I don't know if that's the frontier too much of police yet. I think it's more like inter-Twitch, and Twitch doesn't give a fuck if you smoke weed on stream or drink on stream. I've fucking seen so many people like just chugging alcohol on stream. And it's just like they don't give a shit until they have to give a shit, I think. But yo, yeah. As fun as doing drugs is, I think you still gotta be be careful with it. I swear it wasn't one of them. Okay. If you say so, buddy, you don't have to explain yourself to me. You don't have to explain yourself to me at all. But yeah, yo. So any those Four Locos? Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say I even lump Four Locos. I would even lump Four Locos in that same general area, if you know what I mean. Because Four Locos were like buck wild when they came out. And it's all about, like, these were super cheap. These were cheaper than any edibles that I've bought and stronger. And so it's like, you know, they say not to look a gift horse in the mouth. But I'm like, these are stronger and cheaper. And it makes me a little bit suspicious. And I think there's the same thing with Four Loko. Four Loko was cheap as fuck, but it would get you fucking drunk. Omicron updates in the US. Let me look it up. Let's see what we got. Let's see. We'll go to media and check it out. So Omicron. I think there's been a case here. Omicron cases in the US likely to rise. Yeah, there you go. Found in a third of states. Omicron variant of coronavirus has spread to about 1/3 of US states, but the Delta version remains the majority of COVID-19 infections. Okay. Though the emergence of the new variant has caused alarm worldwide, Dr. Anthony Fauci, top U.S. infectious disease official, told UNN, thus far it does not look like there's a great degree of severity to it. He added that it was too early to draw definitive conclusions and that more study is needed. But it looks like it's here. For better or worse, at least 16 cases, or at least 16 U.S. states have reported Omicron cases. So it's here. I got my booster shot, thankfully. You think my signal's dropping? I think your signal's dropping, man. It's telling me that I'm good. So it might be your signal, I hate to say. OBS is giving me the all clear. I'm okay now? Yeah, it's probably on my internet. I'm not even gonna lie. My shit's been so spotty. You have like 20 cases? Oh shit. Well, it seems like what's the deal with Omicron? Is it like more infectious? Was that what people are worried about? That it's like more infectious than the other ones? I will tell you that there's been a big like, apparently where I am, NYC has had just a huge response that people are mad about. So here in New York City, Mayor Bill de Blasio spraying a COVID-19 vaccine mandate on all private businesses in New York City on Monday, drawing immediate rebuke. De Blasio, whose mayoralty ends at the stroke of midnight New Year's Eve, labeled making vaccines compulsory for private businesses a preemptive strike against an expected surge in COVID infections. So all private businesses in New York City have to have people have to have all their workers vaccinated in 3 weeks by the end of the year, on December 27th. So that's like what's going on here in New York. Mayor Bill de Blasio announced that 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine are required to enter many indoor businesses. So yeah, people are really upset, but it seems like I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. More infectious and spread faster, I guess. Okay. Well, I wish y'all the best of luck with it. I know that here they're taking it pretty seriously, which is what I like to see. I guess like I got the booster. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm not trying to really go out too much. I think on Thursday we're going to a big dinner with some friends, but other than that, I'm gonna try to kind of chill because I'm actually gonna be leaving this studio at the end of the year. So, just an update for you. Actually, the dog. I don't know if I've told you about that. But yeah, my lease runs out at the end of the year, so I'm actually gonna be moving to a new streaming space. Yeah, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, this COVID shit, man. Like, I'm hoping that it kind of decides to chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what I would be super into if this COVID shit just was like, maybe I'll chill out, maybe I'll relax for the rest of the, for the rest of time. Who knows though? But instead of talking about that, how about I play a song? Is there any song? What have you guys been listening to? In your countries, in your respectable countries. You saw on Discord? Okay, cool. Hell yeah, brother. Hey, brother. What you doing there, brother? But yeah, what have you guys been listening to? What have you guys been vibing to? I will be. So I'm going to be moving in with Rachel, my partner. Potentially, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be like a permanent thing or just until, I find my own place, cuz their place is kind of small and she has 6 cats. So I'm going to try to, not be too much in her way. Kind of see what happens, but yeah. I'm excited to kind of see, move on to the next portion of my life journey and my life's work and all that fun stuff. We'll see where I end up. But I will definitely still be streaming. I've been streaming on TikTok. I know that you don't have TikTok, actually, the dog. So I apologize. But if you want, I can show you bad snacks. Virtual Riot, bad snacks. I'm going to write those down. Yo, Sound of Kalima, what's up, homie? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. I'm going to write those down, actually, the dog. Virtual Riot, I feel like I haven't ever heard that. So let's see. Virtual Riot, bad snacks. That's down. I'm just asking for what y'all guys have been jamming out to recently. Definitely, if you haven't, check out Sound of Kalima. Wonderful musician makes some beautiful music. Absolutely dope. Baking up the hits at Pi 3.14 FM. That's what I'm talking about. Just finished our EP. What? Let's go. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Are you sending it out to get mixed and mastered? Or are you doing that all yourself? Or what's the deal? What's the next step? What's the next step in your journey? Adjust that a little bit. Yo, thank you so much, actually, the dog. I really appreciate that. So the topic today is also research chemicals. I bought these guys, and it's Delta 9 THC. I guess it's a legal version of THC here. And I tried them, and I got really fucked up. And I don't know. I don't recommend it. So I'm just kind of, asking people about their experiences with research chemicals. I'm talking like salvia. I'm talking Yeah, basically any of this kind of ridiculous, weird, legal drug type stuff that they've made available. Because I've had some weird experiences with this stuff. You mixed it. Nice. The Masters just came back, and now PR team is going to secure some premieres. That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. Good for you for doing the mixing, though. That's just not easy. My bandmate was kind enough to mix our EP, and I was like, more power to you, my guy, because I don't have the patience for that, or the skill. I don't have the temperament, let's say. Is ketamine a research drug? No. Ketamine is an actual drug. Ketamine is used as a a sedative, generally for animals. But it was created, I believe, as a sedative for animals, and I'd have to look that up, actually. But this is like all just stuff I heard from people trying to sell me ketamine. I've done ketamine like a handful of times. It's not my favorite, but apparently people are using it for depression. But yeah, research chemicals are more like they make something to get around a law that makes the substance that thing is based off of illegal. So like they're making like different kinds of like psychedelics, like so LSD and ecstasy are illegal. So they made like 2CE, 2CB, 2CA, and these are all like just they take the chemical formula and slightly change it so that it's legal. Until they make it illegal, but it makes it dangerous because nobody really knows the effects of it, if you know what I mean. A lot of ketamine. Let's see. I've been doing good myself, working way hard apart from today when we got snowed off. Yo, bro, I love getting snowed off. That's one of my favorite things. I'm like, yo, let me snow you off, bro, real quick. Snow days are shite when it's the day before your payday and you've got no heating. Fuck, you need to get that fireplace installed, brother. What are you doing? Speaking of my money isn't so. Ooh, let's go. Yeah, do your thing, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping in. I hope to see you again. And yeah, sorry about falling off with the Apex stream on Friday. I just completely. It blew my mind. I had other stuff going on, but I'll make it happen. Damn, son. Where'd you find this? All right, I got you, bro. Well, I'll try to keep it somewhat exciting for you. Community challenge 75% completed. Let's go, yo. Thank you so much. 92%. Oh my god. Oh, we're so close. Let's go. Yeah. So what's the next move for me? So I'm going to be moving in with my partner, Rachel. You may have seen her. Yo, oh no, we're going to do it. Okay. All right. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Yo. Thank you guys. I got some fun stuff in store. For you guys. Yeah, maybe I'll do like, when should I do it? Yeah, I'll do it at the same time. How about this next stream on Thursday? If y'all can make it, I will do that. I will make the DJ stream happen. But yo, thank y'all so much for that. Let's fucking go. So my next move though is I'll be moving in with Ray. I'll have to see. I do plan on streaming still. I'll definitely still be streaming on TikTok. In terms of streaming on Twitch, we're gonna set me up a little office sort of space, and I think I'll do like a green screen. I have a green screen sheet. I won't have the room to have like everything like this, but you know, I'm gonna continue doing it, and I think I might also just take a day. Instead of streaming, to just focus on content creation. Yo, let's make it happen, brother. I'm here for it. Let me play y'all guys a song. I'm feeling in the mood. I feel like playing some music. I feel so happy. I feel like playing a song. Let you move in the music. Are you gonna drop shit soon? If I had shit to drop, man, that's the whole thing. I haven't been working. I've been focusing so much on the stream, you know, and like making TikToks, posting on Instagram and stuff. I feel like I've kind of gotten away from the content creation or the music creation side of things, which, you know, I kind of regret because that's a big part of why I got into doing this. But I really like that this has kind of given me the chance to work on performance as opposed to writing. But I think this will be a good time for me to get back into that because I won't be as much focused on the stream. You know, I won't have all of this to keep up and work on, which will be nice. Yeah, absolutely, man. I will. Yeah, I just haven't been in that mode. And it's like I've been also like beating myself up about it, you know. And so I'm gonna consciously make the effort to start focusing more on, you know, making music and putting music out there. But that being said, I did throw some YouTube stuff up. So it's just you know, random videos of me playing music. But I do have some stuff on YouTube if you want to check it out. From Place of Love and Compassion. Thank you. Yes. You're absolutely right. I really appreciate that, man. I've been trying. It's hard. It's so hard. It's a difficult thing to do, but yeah. I find like, I think that's a big part of me. You know, that's what I've honestly been using like smoking weed and stuff for. Yeah, I would love that. Definitely. I'm here for it. I would hear that. Yeah. I think a big part of the streaming though that's been really great for me is like working on, you know, my anxiety, and kind of, you know, trying to fight my anxiety in terms of creation, in terms of putting myself out there, in terms of doing all that stuff. And you know, I realized that just putting yourself out there gives you the chance to meet fucking awesome people like all you guys in the chat. So I'll give you another round of applause. It really means the world to me. Breathwork? Yo, okay. Yo, if you wouldn't mind, I would love more information on that. If you would want to like send me a link or something on Discord. But I'll write that down. Breathwork for anxiety. Because yeah, I don't know if you've heard of cognitive behavioral therapy or theory, but I've been hearing a lot about that in terms of therapy use. And so I was watching like some videos on that earlier. Yeah, no, absolutely. However you want to get it to me, I'll find it. But yeah, it's like, yeah, that's been a big part of it. Cause like I realized that smoking weed, that's like the big thing I like about smoking weed. And I guess just substances in general is it helps quiet that little voice in the back of my head that's always like, you should be doing this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to like, you know, continue that without having to smoke weed all the time to get that. Do I meditate? No, I don't. In terms of meditation, like I've attempted it and I feel like I always end up like falling asleep. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like I'll start thinking and then I'll like fall asleep and then I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I think maybe like I need to have like a more active approach to like meditation or something, or like, you know, get back into journaling, something like that. But yeah, any sort of that information on stuff like that, I would love it if you would send it to me, because like I'm saying, like I think, yeah, dealing with my anxiety and kind of like trying to confront it, or at least you know, figure out how to live my life in a way that I'm not worried about shit all the time is only going to help me, obviously. Yeah, send me, whisper them to me if you don't mind. I just don't want Nightbot timing you out if you send them in chat, because sometimes chatbot can be a little crappy about that kind of stuff. But yeah, send me what you want, my friend. I would love to see it. Some of the best meditation don't involve closing your eyes and concentrating. Okay. No, yeah, I'll read them at my leisure. I'll read them at my leisure because it would be like it would kind of defeat the purpose, right? If I would, if I was like, man, I have so much anxiety about dealing with my anxiety, but I feel like that's a real thing, right? Yeah, I'd be down for some closing my eyes, for some non-closing my eyes and concentrating. Cause yeah, that's pretty much how I think of, like, it's like the general like guided meditation kind of thing, where you close your eyes and somebody talks to you and tells you what to do. And I don't think that works for me. I think that more kind of lulls me into like a state of like just too much relaxation. So light a small candle and look at the flame. I've actually never even considered that. I have a candle right next to me right now. That's actually a really good one. Dude, thank you. I'm gonna write that down. Candle, watch flame. Candle, watch flame. Yeah, because does this ever happen to you guys where you just like kind of feel like you have to be doing something, you know what I mean, to like occupy your mind? I feel myself kind of slipping into that space, or I've been in that space where it's like, if I'm not actively doing something, if I'm not actively working, and I just have to sit there and stew with my own thoughts, then it like sucks. And so yeah, like if I could, I'm always looking to find ways where I can like just kind of be with myself, you know? And yeah, I think that the one thing that I will thank smoking weed for, amongst like, you know, all the other fun stuff, is that it kind of helps me kind of take a step back from that kind of negative persecution of myself and kind of just focus on doing stuff that I enjoy. But I'd like to do it in a way that's like, you know, where I don't have to depend on a substance or whatever to get to that point. It's called Tritaka and helps you concentrate and also helps with anxiety. I am down for it. Tritaka. I like that name. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Tritaka. Yeah, it reminds me, I used to do yoga, and like yoga is really great, and I should probably start doing yoga again because I really enjoy doing yoga. But like at the end of yoga, if you go to a class, there's always the person who's like, okay, now we're gonna lay down at the end of yoga, and I would always fall asleep. They're like, yeah, now I think they do like some sort of guided meditation or something, and they say lie down and relax, and like I would always just pass out and then wake up at the end of class and be like, all right, well, that was fun. Was it Shavasana or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember. Shavasana. It's the final resting pose at the end of every yoga practice. Yeah, that one. It would be sleep vasana for me. I think it's okay to fall asleep. That's your body letting go. Okay, well then that's good. Yeah, I think there's probably a time and place for like every sort of like, you know, thing. Shavasana. Okay. Yeah, like I enjoyed it. Like I thought it was awesome. But I think, yeah, but I'm just thinking like in terms of like guided meditation or something like that. Like I have that same reaction to guided relaxation where I just kind of pass out, and then I wake up and I'm like, I feel like I didn't get anything out of it. You know what I mean? And so I don't give meditation a chance because I'm like, oh, it doesn't work for me, but I'm just not approaching it in the right way, I think. Or at least I haven't given myself a chance to explore it more. I think accepting the process rather than fighting it is a big part. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. I think that's a big part of my problem is that I'm fighting. Is that I fight so hard all the time. Okay, Shava means body. Okay. What does Sana mean? Also means dead body? Oh shit. Okay, so I was doing it right. All right, I was doing it right. That makes me feel better. All right. I would also fart a lot when I was doing yoga, but you know, maybe I think that's maybe part of the process too. There's no prescribed way to find your peace. Just do you and accept the shit. Man. It sounds so easy. You make it sound so easy, but I know that you're absolutely right. And I really think that I do give myself credit for getting myself to this point, where I'm able to be more open to this sort of stuff, as opposed to, as you can see, the lingering glimpses of my past selves that know better than everybody else. Because fuck knowing better than everybody else, Know what you know. Let's go. Yo, what's up? Yo, thank you, Raiders. How y'all doing? Yo, what the fuck is up? How y'all doing? This is not a raid. I don't believe you. Yo, how y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Thank you for the raid so much. Man, we were just talking about so if you want to be a part of the discussion, but we were just talking about whatchamacallit. Not Nesme. I'm great. We were just talking about like relaxation, or not relaxation techniques, but I guess techniques to deal with anxiety, like meditation and stuff like that, and how it's just kind of difficult. If you know what I mean. Sometimes it's just difficult to get to the point where you're even willing to, I don't know, I guess work on stuff. But not Nesme, thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. Let me get you a shout out. Every once in a while. There we go. But yo, how are you doing? How was your stream? Yeah, I was just gonna play a song or something. But if y'all are interested in seeing my song list, it is right here. Feel free to request. It is certainly not necessary, but always appreciated. But yeah, do y'all have any Raiders? Do y'all have any ways of dealing with stress or anxiety, or that little voice in the head that kind of just is shitty? I'm here for that. That's what I'm trying to find. But yeah, here, let me play you a song. Let's see. I'll play a little Radiohead. What were you singing? Feel free to sing along back home. 2 jumps in a week, I bet you think that's pretty clever, don't you, boy? Flying on your motorcycle, watching all the clouds beneath your drive. You kill yourself for recognition, kill yourself to never stop. Well, you broke another mirror, you're turning into something you're not. Don't leave me high, don't leave me dry. conversation. You will be the one who cannot talk. All your insides fall to pieces. You just sit there wishing you could still make love. They'll be the ones who wait at you when you think you got the word all sussed out. And they'll be the ones who spit at you, and you will be the one screaming out, don't leave me high, don't leave me dry, don't leave me high, oh no, don't leave me dry. I'll try it. Well, it's the best thing that you ever had. Best thing you ever had. Oh, it's the best thing you ever had. Don't leave me high, don't leave me dry, don't leave me. Yo, there you go. Turn this down a little bit. Maybe move this to the back a little bit. Something like that. But, yes, there you go. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the claps. Much appreciated. I got this going on here a little bit. I also got this going on a little bit. I haven't used this in forever. Let's see if this still works. Sheesh! Okay, it still works. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're still good. We're all good. Sheesh. I think I might have to change. So it's a where is it at? It's a channel point reward. I think permissions are for subs. So if you want to do like the exclamation point commands for stuff for these channel point rewards, that's a sub only thing. But if you want to use your channel point rewards, you can use them just the same. And I'm trying to look. It's under confetti. I need to change it to sheesh. And I guess it doesn't work at all. Never mind. It's broken. It's broken. Oh no. Our alert. They're broken. But so it goes. At any rate, thank y'all for being here. What is pump? Check it out. See what happens. Maybe it works on this screen. Okay, there we go. So the pump. so there we go. So yeah, I don't have it on here. Fuck. What's it called? What's it called though? Hold on. I have to figure this out. I guess I don't have it set up on this camera angle. But basically what that is I'll show you real quick. I just lift weights. Basically, in keeping with like mental health, and I want this channel to be like positive for my mental health, but also my physical health. And so if you guys want to help me out with that, you can always redeem the Get Pie Swole this Get Pie Swole, and that is what that is. So let me go lift some weights real quick. for y'all. Just like this. I might up the number that I do at some point. But yeah, that's about the size of it, really. It's as simple as that. And I try to pick a good one to do. Burning the cows left and right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how I make it work in the new workout stream. You think so? You gotta. That's what I love about you. How much faith you have in me. Because you do. You have an absolute. You have so much faith in me, and I really appreciate you for that. Maybe one of these days I'll do one. I should. You're right. I really appreciate that, man. Let me get this set up real quick so y'all guys can do this. Okay, so I need to go to, let's see, overlay. Then I need to copy and paste this. Is it this? Alert. Trigger fire. Okay, I think I need to copy and paste both of these to this one. Yes, I do. Okay, so hopefully now it should work. Let's try this again. There we go. All right, we're in business. This should work. And let me try the other one. Okay, cool. We're back in business, folks. We are back in business. Thank you for holding with me. Thank you for bearing with me as I try to fix my channel. All right. Sheesh. Flashing 6-packs in a few months' time, bro. That would be insane. That would be insane because, like, that's never. I mean, it's not my goal. It would be cool, but I remember being a kid, and like, I think it's funny how kind of that stuff gets pushed to us. But I remember being a kid and like seeing people with 6-packs on TV and being like, man, I want a 6-pack so bad. And then just not ever getting a 6-pack. And so I think that's one of those things too. Maybe like how just I haven't had a good job or done a good job of maintaining, meditation from like, a couple lackluster experiences. I think that's something that I just kind of gave up on. But it's like, do you have to give up on stuff as an adult? Is that what that means? And I don't think it is. And maybe that's part of it too, is like just rethinking like all the stuff that you think is possible for yourself. Because I never thought like being a streamer was something that would be possible for me. Like, a year or two ago, I never would have imagined it. But here I am. Got food in my belly and a license for my telly. Nothing's gonna bring me down. No, it's all good, homie. Wait, so what's a telly license? What does that mean, Savage? I think that might be a cultural thing. What's a license for your telly? What does that mean? I'm very curious. And let me look up. I'm gonna add this Black Star by Radiohead to my song list. But yeah, his falsetto is just his voice in general. But while we're on the topic of Black Star, how did y'all feel about the last David Bowie album, if you've listened to it, of the same name, Black Star? Send me a whisper? All right, hold on. Let me go to Twitch real quick so I can check it out. Cause yeah, maybe I'll do like maybe I'll have like a mental health. Maybe that would be cool, having like a mental health section of my stream, you know, where or like getting into stream. We can do like maybe like, you know, just a half hour or an hour of of me just like hanging out, like preparing myself for the stream mentally, and just kind of getting into like maybe like a cool little meditative positive focused mindset about making music and stuff. Hell yeah. I feel like I would want all my streams to be, you know, mental health at the end of the day, or at least, you know, mental health focused. Okay, I got your whispers. Okay, cool. Yeah, I will check this video out. Maybe we can do like some binaural breathing. Nice. Cool. All right. Yeah, I will definitely check that out. And maybe we can do some of that sort of stuff on stream. You only know one David Bowie, Space Oddity? Do yourself a favor. Okay. So, if you're aware or not, David Bowie passed a couple years back from cancer, I guess. But he had been working on this album called Black Star. And they released it like, I don't know if it was right before he died. Maybe like they released it and he died like that week or that month or something or that. And so it's just so beautiful because it's really lovely, but the big thing that he did was he hired these really, really good musicians and basically just let them do whatever they wanted. He hired this guy, was it Dave Brubeck maybe? But he hired this guy, these really proficient musicians, and basically would let them do what they wanted to musically on the album. So it's more of like not just a David Bowie album, but like you know, it's a meeting of these two musical talents, or these few musical talents, and it's just really well put together. Lazarus, yeah. In the villa of all men, in the villa of all men. Oh, you know what? Fuck DMCA. Let's watch the music video for. Are you guys down for that? You guys down to watch the video for Lazarus? Because the video is crazy. It's awesome. Or maybe not. Well, we could do either Black Star or we could do Lazarus. Maybe Black Star is the better one. Just because it's more like of a cinematic thing. It's 10 minutes long, but wait, so let me go back. Also with breathwork, there's a lot of buzzwords in the industry. Don't pay too much attention to that. The actual exercise is the main focus. Okay. He died the next day. Yeah, and like I remember at the time people were like, or at least I was like, did he really die? Like, is he really dead? But he really did die. But his music will live on forever. Yeah. So there's a company over here called the BBC. The BBC. And they try to enforce a charge on anyone with a TV just for having access to their channels, even though they don't own all the channels. There's no real legal steps the BBC can take to make you pay, and it's not against the law not to. But yeah, they call it a TV license, and now they try to enforce you to pay it for having a smartphone because you can watch your stuff on there now. That sounds like bullshit, Savage. I'm so sorry. You have to deal with that. TV has been so weird, not to change topics or anything, but I think it's really funny how we started out with channels of TV with ads in between, and now we're kind of getting back to that. Like, especially like with like stuff like YouTube TV. YouTube TV is TV. It's the same thing as TV. And now that, like, if you go to a place, if you go to like Hulu or something and you watch stuff, then there's ads to it and stuff. So it's like, it's funny because we're going online to kind of get away from the traditional TV model, but we're going right back into it, it seems like. But yeah. Get live commentary on what? On what do you mean get live commentary? On TV or on David Bowie? You haven't watched TV for over a year now? Must be nice. What's it like? Like, what do you do instead? Just work? And I don't watch a ton of TV. I watch TV when I'm over at Rachel's house because she watches TV. But it's like I'm generally too busy or too like, yeah, just not in that mode when I'm here because I'm just working. So I'm like usually just, I can think of other stuff I can do instead of watch TV. But if I'm like vegging out or relaxing, it's nice to kind of have something on that will take your attention. Yeah, it's like if I was on my own, I probably wouldn't watch a ton of TV. When I am on my own, I don't watch a ton of TV, but it is kind of nice to be able to because it takes your mind off of stuff, I think. TV is weird. Basically, most channels are able to provide their service for nothing because they get paid from advertising space and that, but the BBC only show their own stuff they make and expect people to pay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, read book. I need to. These are all books that I need to get into reading. I started reading. What are you guys reading these days? I'll show you what I'm reading. But yeah, what have you been reading anything good? Sometimes you like to learn coding. That makes sense. Do you have a preferred language? I took some coding classes in college, but it wasn't really for me. Like, we didn't ask you to make a shite show. Why should we pay for it? Exactly. I think here, though, it's like, yeah, for, like, you pay for you can get TV for free. You just have to buy an antenna. But if you want to watch the good stuff, you have to pay for it. Like Netflix or something like that. Or HBO. I just read It Takes Blood and Guts by Skin. Let me Google that. That sounds interesting. It Takes Blood and Guts. By Lucy O'Brien and Skin. Who's Skin? Who's this Skin guy? It's biography. One of the most important females in British music of my lifetime. Oh, one of the pioneering Skunk Anansi. The front woman's memories offer a very different take on the Britpop era. Skin's story is one of a rhomboid peg, spurning both the round and square hole drilling dimensions of her own. We now have a lot of language intersectionality microaggressions to describe many of the events in this memoir. However, nothing can really equal candid first-hand experience recounted matter-of-factly here. This sounds awesome. Holy shit. I've never heard of this person. Well, that's really cool. It's really cool that we're getting these points of view from, the not stereotypical people that we would normally think of. Atomic Habits. Let me look that up. Atomic Habits. Tiny changes. I should be doing this so you guys can see it. Okay. So here's the first book, Skin. It takes blood and guts. And it looks cool. And then Atomic Habits. This breakthrough book from James Clear is the most comprehensive guide on how to change your habits and get 1% better every day. Awesome. What would you say? So I'm going to I'm going to ask you to what's the most important lesson that you learned from each of these books, so that if I don't get around to reading them, I'll at least have been able to steal. I'll be able. Let me steal what you've gotten. Distill the lessons of these books into one sentence for me, if you don't mind. But this Atomic Habits books looks like something that I definitely need. I need to come up with some sort of way to schedule myself in a way which will be effective for like, this whole thing, this whole experience, if you know what I mean. I've watched like a YouTube video or two on it. That's been cool. I'm looking for the cheat codes, bro. Cheatcc. Cheatcc.org or whatever the fuck that website was. I used to print out those cheat code sheets and bring them to school and trade them. But you've been learning C++. I took a C++ class. I actually enjoyed C++. Some HTML, CSS. Nice. I might have to. We'll have to talk. Because I don't have a website, but I would love to have a website. So if y'all have like any information about possibly like making a website or something, let me know, because that is 100% something that I'm looking into. Better on the cereal box and not on the milk carton. That is so true. I hope you're never on a milk carton, my friend. I really hope you're not, because that shit sounds traumatic. Lessons from Skins book. Fuck the people who say you can't do what you want to do. Yes. Fuck them. Get them out of here. Believe in yourself. Because of how you look or who you are, it'll be hard, but the smallest reward will be the greatest feeling. Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely think that feeling of just telling people, fuck you, is wonderful. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Lesson from Atomic Habits. Success is the result of daily habits, not huge transformations. Small changes in your habits will take you to a much better destination. You get what you repeat. This is a guide on how to build good habits and break bad ones. Okay, awesome. I'll check that out. Because it sounds good to me. It sounds what I like. It sounds what I would like. It sounds like what I need. I didn't know Skins was about me. Is this seaworthy? Bro, have you never watched Skins before? I love Skins. I've watched 99% of Skins. There's these like post Skins episodes, like specials, where they follow some of the older members. Like there's one for Effie. There's one for like this character Cook, and then there's one for Cassie. If you know any of those characters, and I don't think I've watched all of their specials. But yeah, I grew up watching Skins. I love that show. But I imagine Skins would probably be about you. Love this. Been experiencing this myself. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. It's so like, I feel like I've spent my life so long living in such kind of a chaotic way and hoping shit'll just work out. But it's kind of comforting to like kind of have a plan, you know, or at least like a way to know that you're moving forward with stuff that you enjoy and that you want to focus on. I think that's been like one of the biggest rewards for me, is kind of seeing that if I put the effort into something, I'll get something positive back out of it. And like all that sort of stuff, it always kind of felt like it just happened by accident before, you know what I mean? Or it just happened because I was just, you know, better than other people, which is not the case at all. It was just like, you know, accident or happenstance. And it works a lot easier if you plan stuff out than if you just kind of wait for stuff to happen to you. Oh, the show? Yeah, I've seen the original ones. I say that because I'm sure America made their own version. America made their own version, and it lasted for like a season because it was so fucking shitty. They tried to like directly lift the show, the English show, but it just doesn't work. Trying to use like stuff from England or stuff from another country because we don't have the background for it, I think. So I think that was their problem, is just lazy writing. They tried to just take a lot of the stuff that really only works if you're English and use it in an American show, and it just didn't work out. But yeah, I was so excited when the American version came out because I love the American version of The Office, but it was just miserable. It was really bad. I'll get the audiobook, definitely. I've always been in the mindset that big transformational changes happen only on drugs, right? Exactly. Sustainable habits have to be built in a small way over time. Patience is key. That's very true. That's something I struggle with, being patient. I've never been good at patience. I always want immediacy. And I think that's the good thing about, that's the thing about drugs is like an immediate solution. Though not necessarily the best one. American versions of UK shows are amazingly stupid. Yeah, like 99% of the time. But I would say if you haven't tried watching the American version of The Office or the American version of Shameless, because while I do love the English version of Shameless, it's like the production quality is kind of low on it. And I think they do a really good job with the American version, with like the slightly higher production quality, as well as like the actors are like do a good job. I haven't watched a ton of the American version of Shameless, but I've watched like, you know, a season or two and I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's, you can thank The Office, or you can thank the U.S. for perfecting just straight up theft, because that's what the country's built on, after all. I think The Office is the only one USA has done better than the rest are trash. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. You I would say that the Shameless UK is, it's a different show. It's more like slapstick, if you know what I mean. It's more of like, yeah, it's more of a, yeah, it's more like a British, like, it's more like The In-Betweeners, you know, it's more like a goofy kind of slapstick show, whereas I think the American show maybe makes it a bit more, I guess, I don't know, a bit more serious. I don't know if that's the perfect way to put it, but you'd have to watch it and compare. All countries are built on deplorable moral ground. Very true. Very true. Utopia. I just started watching that show. That show is amazing. Utopia, and if you've seen the show Humans, where it has like the AI people, or yeah, it has like the AI people who get programmed with a self-awareness. That show is fucking amazing, and the lead is like one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. Just like I think I've seen her. I don't know her name. I'll have to look her up, but I think I've seen her on more stuff. But yeah, it's like she looks like a they do a really good job of like that unattainable like perfection of like what a robot would look like in that show. I think they could do a good job of that. That and fucking Orphan Black, like the first season or two of Orphan Black, are really good too. Yeah, the lead actor in Eternals. Yes, exactly, her. I was like, where did I see her? I saw her in something big recently. But yeah, her. She's from Humans, and that show is amazing. Yeah, Utopia is great. Like just the artistic style of that movie or of that show is like it's mind blowing. The whoever did like the set design or like just the general look and feel of that show is buck wild. And I love that it has one of the guys from that other UK show that I really like, where the kids have Misfits. It has one of the dudes from Misfits in it, and I fucking love Misfits. Welcome to Pie Simping Hour, bro. Like, you don't even know how much I love UK television. I fucking adore UK television. It's one of my favorite things. The music of Utopia is a huge influence on me. The composer's name is Cristobal Tapia de Ver. Oh, let me write that down. Yeah. If you've seen, yes, that the music of that show is wonderful. There's another, if you've seen The Girl with All the Gifts, that's another UK show with like or it's a movie, but I heard the soundtrack and the soundtrack blew me away. But Utopia is one of those shows where the soundtrack blew me away, and it reminded me of this movie, The Girl with All the Gifts. And let me look up what the name of the composer for that, because it's very rarely that I'll look for who made the music for movies, but I think that's one of them. Oh, it's the same person. That's why. That's why. It's the same person who did The Girl with All the Gifts. I was like, why is that coming to my mind? Yes, I love that guy. That and Heroes. Yeah. You bypass, bruh. Well, fucking pull a fucking U-turn, brother. Pull a fucking U-turn. Honk that horn. And go watch those shows. Orphan Black is fire. I didn't finish it. It started to fall off for me like when I got later into the show. I think maybe like the 3rd season or something. I stopped watching it, but I'll have to try it again. But it just started to get a little silly for me, if what I recall. Misfits is the shit, absolutely. It's so awesome too to see like all those people, because you see fucking people from Misfits and people from Skins were in Game of Thrones. Like you said, you saw the lady from Humans, Gemma Chan, in fucking one of the biggest franchises in movie history. Like it's so awesome to see these people coming up through the ranks. And yeah, like, and Great British Baking Show is a fucking gem of a show. Rachel and I have been watching that, and that show is amazing. Utopia 100, Humans, and Orphan Black, all shows I overlooked, but everyone seems to like them. I haven't seen 100. But let me write that down too. 100 show. 100 show. Okay. I don't even know if I've heard of it. Should watch MasterChef Professional UK. Why should I watch it? What makes MasterChef Professional UK the show to watch? Do they yell at each other? I feel like that's all those cooking shows. It's like just for people to yell at each other. But it is funny to watch the difference between an English version of a Gordon Ramsay show and an American version of a Gordon Ramsay show, because they're two completely different things. Totally Professional, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you see fucking Gordon Ramsay just screaming at people in the US, and then you'll watch one of his shows in the UK and he's like, hey, how you doing, love? It's just so funny. But I think that is one of the big things about the US take on stuff, is that they go for the high drama, the high bombacity. There's no Gordon Ramsay in MasterChef Professional. I wouldn't imagine that there would be. Which is probably good. I think he's a very specific personality. But good. I'm glad that they're able to do their shit without yelling at people. But that's what I love about the Great British Baking Show, is that everything's so relaxed, I mean, for the audience, for the people who are, baking stuff in an hour or baking these big cakes in an hour, I'm sure it's not that relaxing for them during the competition. But like in terms of like an American baking show, it's like crazy. Yeah, it's like humans polluted Earth to the point they had to do a Wall-E thing and fuck off to space and ship for years. Then like every year or something, they take 100 prisons, just turn 18 or something, and send them down to see if it's inhabitable yet, and mischief ensues. Oh. Wait, hold on. I've seen this show. That's an American show, right? The 100? That's an American show, isn't it? Is there a British version of that show? Sorry, that's why I was like, what are you talking about? I've definitely seen that show. Wait, hold on. Or is it originally? Wait, what? I don't understand. You're gonna have to explain this to me. No, I love that show. I mean, that's another show where it kept playing and it kind of fell off for me. Like I watched until like they defeat like the AI or whatever season that was, and then I kind of fell off watching it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Peaky Blinders, yeah, Peaky Blinders is good. And it's got a lot of Peaky Blinders has I love the actors in Peaky Blinders. I think they do a wonderful job. I've liked Cillian Murphy and I think pretty much everything I've seen him in. If you guys have seen that movie, Red Eye, that movie was creepy as fuck. Let's see. Let me play a quick song for y'all guys. There's AI. I didn't even make it 5 episodes. I can't lie. Yeah, bro. Well, there's like, cause they come down from the ship, right, or whatever, and it's like there's I don't want to ruin it for you if you're watching it. I don't even know if I fully remember. It's been a long time since I watched it, to be honest. Cillian Murphy, yeah. I need to so that zombie movie that he was in, I guess that was his claim to fame or whatever. Like 2 weeks later or whatever. And the sequel, I've actually never watched them all the way through. I've only ever seen the intro part to the first movie. And it's like you see his dick, and then I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. And then I just didn't watch the rest of it. But maybe I need to go back and give it another look. You know what I'm saying? The Quiet Place 2 has Cillian Murphy? Yes. Dick type beat. Oh, we can make it we can do that. We can make a dick type beat real quick. Hold on. But yeah, I liked it. Did you like Quiet Place 2? I liked it a lot. I think he did a really good job in it. But yeah, fucking Quiet Place 2. I went and saw the first one in theaters twice. And you know who's in that? Jim from The Office. Baby, let's go! Let's see what we got here. There's something happening here. Who even knows what that was? That didn't work at all. What the fuck? I'm wearing shoes. I usually don't wear shoes when I do this. Oh no. This fucking thing. Hopefully this is plugged in. Oh, it wasn't plugged in. That was it. That was the issue. fucking would too, wouldn't you? That's awesome. I'm not surprised, especially in a. I remember that. I remember that. She's doing a lot of coke. Let's see what we got going on here. Hey. I know all too well. I know all too well what you're talking about, man. So I actually, because of that whole situation with the last song, what I actually did is I changed my whole saving situation. So it actually saves to a local hard drive instead of an external, and I'm going to go through it so it doesn't corrupt on my external, because my external's a piece of shit. But yo, I can do that. Let's go. try a little slide. Fuck it, why not? Find something I can use as a slide now. Shit, where's my lighter? Oh, here we go. Excuse me, did you just cut the beat? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why would you do that, bro? I'll bring it back just for you, just for a hot second. Just for a second, just to see how it feels. Let's see what happens. Hey, 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 go. I will absolutely send it to you. No joke. Wait. Hey partners, we out here. We're in the Wild West. We're hanging out, playing some music, doing our thing. I'm a cowboy, riding on a chicken wing, doing my thing, living my life, living my dreams. I hope y'all are well out there. Hoping y'all have a country good time. Whoa, country boy, riding in on the plane.
Right on, little doggy. Yeah. Get up. Oh, get it. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get up there. Get up. Yeah. Get out. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get out, little doggy. Yeah. Get out. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get out, little doggy. Yeah. Get out. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get out, little doggy. Yeah. Get out. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get out, little doggy. Yeah. Get out. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get out, little doggy. Yeah. Get out. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get out, little doggy. Yeah. Get out. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get out, little doggy. Yeah. Get out. Get up. Yeah. Come on, get in. Get out, little doggy. Yeah. Get out.
Yo, hey, hey, whoa, hey, Yo, let's go. All right. There we go. That worked out pretty okay. There we go. But yes, I will absolutely, because now I have it in a better spot, so it shouldn't corrupt the next time I try to edit it up. But I will get that to you. Let me write down what time it is. So like, how long have I been streaming at this point? A minute or an hour 38 clip loop. Okay, got you. We're gonna make it happen. So special. But thank you for being here. For the making of some bangers. I just realized that I was supposed to make that into a dick song. But I completely forgot, and I made it into some sort of a cowboy song. Show dick, get famous. Exactly, bro. Like, you just gotta put it out there at the end of the day. I think if there's one lesson that we take away from Cillian Murphy in his role, it should be that just whip your dick out, you know? Go for it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just whip your dick out. And I say that facetiously. Don't just whip your dick out unless it calls for it. Dick type beat. Let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got. Let me see what I got on my list. So I looked up this Black Star tab. It looks like it's going to be a bit too much for me to learn just off the top of my head. But I am feeling the Radiohead vibe, so I'm going to add this bookmark to my practice list. I'll practice it, but let me do another Radiohead song for you that has a little bit of the old falsetto in it. Let me do this nude for you. Let me get this nude on the cue for you, and maybe I'll do this song. I'd say that was a big dick tune. You whipped it out and wiggled it all over the table. I guess that is kind of what it is, isn't it, right? I feel like that is like, yeah, I think that's a very accurate way of saying it. I think any sort of performance is going to have that aspect to it. Of just like, you gotta come with that big dick energy. And I think in any sort of like performance standpoint, you gotta come with it. You gotta pull it out, wriggle it all over the table, and hope that people like what they see. Or I guess, yeah, because you can't control what people like. But yeah, let me play this song for y'all. Y'all wild and crazy people. Let's see. Nude chords. There you go. Ooh, water break. Let's go. Thank you. I was feeling a mite parched. Got my Taco Bell cup full of the agua. I do want to thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out with me, interacting with the stream. It honestly does mean the world to me, and it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, bring that heat. I could use the water, bro. And if anybody knows anybody who works at Taco Bell corporate, I am always looking for a sponsorship by Taco Bell specifically. I just love Taco Bell so much. But yo, let me get this nude for y'all boys out in the chat. Big Dick Tunes. Big Dick Tunes. Let's go. Okay, how does this 9 7 okay, we should be good. Let me get all this back set up. 'Cause you got it all right, and it's coming on. You gotta get it right back to where we started from. And please, if you're in the chat, I know I got a lot of musicians and stuff who come and stop in the chat and stuff. Please let me know what you guys think about the sound of stuff, because like I'm always in the process of like, you know, trying to move stuff around, trying to get it set up and everything, and I feel like I just get so tired of like the minutia of just, you know, changing stuff around and stuff. So if you hear anything, please let me know what you think about it, if you feel like it could use a little bit of adjusting or anything, volumes wise or otherwise. I appreciate having a team of like-minded individuals here helping me make those booties bounce. Help me make those booties bounce. Please and thank you. Much appreciated. All right, let's go. Okay. Don't get any big idea. They're not gonna happen. You paint yourself white and fill up with noise. There'll be something missing. Now that you found it, it's gone. Now that you feel it, you're done. You've gone off the rail. So don't get any big ideas. They're not gonna happen. Ooh, you'll go to hell for but your dirty mind is thinking. Yeah, something like that. A little bit of Radiohead in your ear. 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 Let's see, next up we got some marching bands in Manhattan. We'll just keep it pushing on the music train. Hell yeah. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Hey. Oh, you requested marching bands in Manhattan. That was my bad. Sorry for that. I completely missed your request. Holy guacamole. If you're not here, I apologize. Actually, the dog. But for all of you who may not be in the know, actually the dog, my boy, is the creator of all these overlays, all these wonderful alerts, all this stuff. Also, some new emotes that we have in the chat. So just a big shout out to Actually the Dog. Thank you so much for supporting the channel so much and helping me out with this dream o' mine. I have you directly to thank. So thank you for being here. And let me throw that back in and I'll play it for you real quick. Let's go. Oh, summer loving happened so fast. Summer loving, it was a blast, yeah. There we go. If I could open my arms, span the length of the Isle of Manhattan, bring it to where you are, making a lake of the East River and Hudson. If I could open my mouth wide enough for a marching band to march out, they would make your name sing, bend through alleys and bounce off other buildings. I wish we could open our eyes, seeing all directions at the same time. What a beautiful view, if you were never aware of what was around you. And it is true what you said, that I live like a hermit in my own head. But when the sun shines again, I'll pull the curtains and blinds to let the light in. Sorrow drips in your heart through a pinhole, faucet that leaks. There is comfort in the sun. Sorrow drips in your heart through a pinhole. Sorrow drips in your heart through a pinhole, like a faucet that leaks, and there is comfort in the sun, while you dip it half empty and half full. Slowly rises, your love is gonna drown. Sorrow drips in your heart through a pinhole, like a faucet that leaks, and there is comfort in the sun, while you dip it half empty or half full. It slowly rises, your love is gonna drown. Sorrow drips in your heart through a pinhole, like a faucet that leaks, and there is comfort in the sun, while you dip it half empty or half full. Slowly rises, your love is gonna drown. Sorrow drips in your heart, pinhole, like a faucet that leaks, and there is comfort in the sun, while you dip it half to a half full. It slowly rises, your love is gonna drown. Love is gonna drown. Oh, your love is gonna drown. Your love is gonna drown. Love is gonna drown. Your love is gonna drown.
is love is gonna love is gonna your love is gonna drown. Your love is gonna drown.
All right. There we go. My rendition of Marching Bands of Manhattan by Death Cab. A little loop ski-doo at the end there. Hope y'all liked it all right. But at any rate, thanks for the support. Much appreciated, guys. Let's maybe throw some more songs up on the chat. Just so y'all know, if you happen to be out there watching, just doing some discussions on mental health and also research chemicals. I tried this shit, Delta 9 THC. I guess it's fully legal, at least for now. But I tried it. Wasn't really for me. But yo, out there, if y'all have had any experience with like this or any kind of research chemicals, whether it be like salvia, whether it be like LSA, well, I guess LSA is not really, but whether it be like some sort of non-traditional sorts of these drugs, I don't know, they just rub me the wrong way. But I guess just to put some, safety measures on stuff for people who may not necessarily know, I'm trying to get the word out. At this stuff, it kind of sucks. It's a little bit too much, but let me know what y'all think. At any rate, I think it's time for a ba 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 ba. A ba 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 ba. I think it's time for a ba 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 ba. Smoke break, let's go. A little smoke, a little toke, a relax with the homies. I actually have not smoked yet today, so this will be a nice little turn of the page for me. And yeah, smoke them if you got them. If you happen to be out there, if you happen to be smoking, if you're 420 friendly, then let me tell you, this is the channel for you. I'm here for you. We're trying to make trippy loops, discuss mental health, and just, kind of get onto the right track for doing the best we can for ourselves and for others. So if you want to join me on that journey, you're more than welcome to hop on board the pie train. All aboard! Now I need the fucking now I need like a train whistle sound. A train whistle coming down the line. Feeling fine with this train whistle whistling down the line. The last of the grape ape. The last of the great grape apes. Let's see what else we got. Let's look through this queue. Add some more songs. And yeah, I guess keep the party alive. Keep it bumping. Keep it going on. Let's see what we got here. Do this. We'll do. I'm done this one, and then maybe we'll do this one that I haven't done really. And yeah, it's all about keeping it new, keeping it fresh, keeping it crazy, and then maybe I'll throw an original in there at some point. But coming up next, my dear viewers, my dear listeners, my dears, my darlings, in general. Next up, the sign. A 90s classic. I got a new life, you would hardly recognize me, I'm so glad. How could a person like me care for you? Why am I bothered when you're not the one for me? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Is enough enough? I saw the signs, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the signs, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. No one's gonna drag you up to get you into the light where you belong. Where do you belong? Da, 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 da. Under a pale moon, for so many years I wondered who you are. How could a person like you bring me joy? Under the pale moon, where I see a lot of stars. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Is enough enough? I saw the signs. It opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the signs. It opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. No one's gonna drag you up to get you into the light where you belong. Where do you belong? I saw the signs, it opened up my mind, and I am happy now living without you. I've left you, oh, oh, oh. I saw the signs, it opened up my eyes. I saw the signs, no one's gonna drag you up, get you in the light where you belong. I saw the signs, I saw the signs, I saw the signs, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Hell yeah. A little bit of a throwback to my childhood as a child of the 90s. There's all sorts of crazy bullshit going on. But the music was all right. All right, next up, what do we got? The Gold Manchester Orchestra coming right up. And let me just see if there's anything I have to adjust, which of course there is. I don't have the rest of my microphones turned on. How embarrassing for me. Trust me, I am completely embarrassed right now. Okay. Yeah, I need to have a button that just resets everything back to the way that it's supposed to be after I'm done playing. But of course I don't. But that is on the list of things that I need to add to the stream. So, coming up next, we have The Gold by Manchester Orchestra. Or no. Do I have the wrong thing? Hold on. Ode to Viceroy is the next one. It's so weird. I have the wrong thing. I have this next song up, but I need current song up. That's strange. Oh well. I'll fix it in post. Let's see. Da, da. As it's getting later, headed for the corner, already running dry. Oh, don't let me see you crying, 'cause oh honey, I'll smoke you till I'm dying. Oh, Viceroy, don't take me for a fool now. I'm only trying to calm down, just trying to keep it cool. Oh, Viceroy, as it's getting later, headed for the corner, I'm leaving it to you. And oh, don't let me see you crying,
smoke it till I'm dying. Some old device, really. And I guess we'll move right along to the Gold by Manchester Orchestra. Super lucky. Let me give a shout out to my boy. I actually went and saw them perform a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago, but I did it with my fellow streamer. Mike did a thing. Give him a fucking follow because he is killing it. Just doing some Resident Evil streaming right now. He's a big Resident Evil fan. Knows a ton about the games. Has played them a bunch. So if you're at all interested in Resident Evil, he's got a cool soundboard set up with some of the voice lines from characters from the game, and it's honestly hilarious. So yeah, if you're at all a fan of Resident Evil, we're gonna be doing some, I think, Left 4 Dead playing together. So keep an eye out for that. I just downloaded Game Pass for this man, or just paid for a month of Game Pass for this man. I hear Halo's not doing so super well right now, but I downloaded it, so I guess we'll see what happens with Game Pass. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with it, but I've heard not the greatest things about Halo. So, you know, for what it's worth. Does it really bother me too much? Do I stay awake at night wondering about the Halo campaign? Surprisingly, the answer is no. But I do hate to see my fellow gamers suffering. So I hope they get that shit fixed. I feel like of all game franchises to just drop the ball on, for Microsoft, Halo shouldn't be one of those. You know, and it's a real shame if that's the case. But at any rate, let me play this game for y'all. Let me play this song for y'all, I should say. And yeah, I sympathize for all y'all Microsoft lovers / Xbox players. I'm going to give it a shot. I have it pre-downloaded on my thing. I paid $1 for Game Pass for this month, so hopefully I'll get my money's worth. I think I probably already have, if I'm going to be real. But let's go. Anymore, you've become my ceiling. I don't think I love you anymore. That gold mine changed you. You don't have to hold me anymore. Our cave's collapsing. I don't wanna be me anymore. My old man told me, don't open your eyes for a while, you just breathe that moment down. 40 miles out of East Illinois, from my old man's heart attack. I believe you were crazy. You believe you loved me. I don't wanna bark here anymore. Black hills are calling. Wasn't really dangerous for us. Just catch you coughing. What the hell are we gonna do? A black mile to the surface. I don't wanna be here anymore. It all tastes like poison. can open your eyes for a while. You just breathe that moment down. 40 miles out of Homestake, and I'm trying to translate you again. I believe you were crazy. You believe that you love me. You and me, we're a daydream. So lose your faith in me. You can open your eyes for a while. You just breathe that moment down. You can open your eyes for a while. You just breathe. I believe you were crazy. You believe that you love me. You and me were a daydream. So lose your faith in me. Lose your faith in me. Lose your faith in me. Whew. All right, there we go. I believed you were crazy. You believe that you love me. All right, we're a little past the halfway mark of stream. So far, so friggin' good, eh? I'm thinking, how about maybe another little bit of a loop? Let me close my window real quick. It's getting kind of cold in here. Not all the way. Not all the way. Some of the way. Sort of the way. Speaking of the way, let me actually request that. Because that's something... Yo, what's up, Ray? How you doing? How's your day? What have you been up to? How you feeling? I'm just requesting this song for myself. But yeah, yo, what's up? Long time no see. What have you been up to since I saw you last? I've just been we were talking a little bit earlier about mental health and dealing with anxiety and things of that nature. And I got some good puttering around. Nice. Nothing wrong with doing some puttering. Whatever you need to keep yourself busy. If you must putter, putter away, please. Going to do transport soon? Nice. What kitties are you taking? For those of you who may not be in the know, this is my partner, Ray. And it's lovely that you're here. Good to see you. Ray. All day! Ray. Hey, Raybot. Hey, Raybot. But the beautiful voice of Raybot is narrated by Ray, so everybody knows. So the true star of the show, I should say. But yo, what's the deal with this? You taking one kitty? You taking two kitties? You taking three kitties? You taking more? How many kitties? 4? Two kitties? Are they kittens or are they cats? Are they big city kitties? Let me get this song queued up. And I will dedicate this song to you, my dear. I don't know. Well, awesome. Well, I hope that they are happy and healthy, and I hope that everything goes smoothly. You have to leave in a minute because my car a mess. All right. Well, I won't hold you, but thank you so much for stopping in. Of course it's always lovely to see you. And yeah, let me start a song for you. I'm gonna do a different song actually, I think. Let's try this. Everybody knows my name now, but somehow about it feels strange. Like looking in the mirror, trying to steady yourself and seeing somebody else. And everything is not the same now. Feels like all our lives have changed. Maybe when I'm older it'll all calm down, but it's killing me now. But if you had it all, but nobody to call, maybe then you know me. 'Cause I had everything, but no one's listening. That's just fucking lonely. I'm so lonely. Everybody knows my past now, like my house was always made of glass. Maybe that's the price you pay for the money and fame at an early age. And everybody saw me see, felt like no one gave a shit. They criticized the things I did as an idiot kid. But if you had it all, with nobody to call, maybe then you know me. 'Cause I've had everything, but no one's listening, and that's just fucking lonely. Ooh, I'm so lonely, I'm lonely, I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely, lonely, I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely. All right. That was for you, Ray. I hope you have a wonderful pickup. I hope you have a wonderful delivery. This is for you. And I'll catch you later. Let's go with the sheesh. Can I get a sheesh? There we go. And I think we can do this with the sheesh. I think we can pull this off with the sheesh. Next song up is The Way by Fastball. And we'll do it with the sheesh on her face. All right, I'll talk to you later, Ray Ray. Love you. Bye. Is it weird that I just ended that like a phone call? I guess it's like, it's weird, right? Oh man, just like the interaction. I'm still getting used to like the online streamer interaction, but yeah. Love you. Bye bye. All right, next up we got a little fastball coming. All right. I hope you enjoy it. They made up their minds and they started packing. They left before the sun came up that day. An exit to eternal summer slacking. But where were they going without ever knowing the way? They drank up the wine and they got to talking. They now had more important things to say. And when the car broke down, they started walking. But where were they going without ever knowing the way? Anyone can see the road that they walk on is paved in gold. It's always summer, they'll never get cold. They'll never get hungry, never get old and gray. Oh, you can see the shadows wandering off somewhere. Won't make it home, but they really don't care. They wanted the highway, happier there today, today. Their children woke up and they couldn't find them. They left before the sun came out that day. They drove off and left it all behind them. But where were they going without even knowing the way? Oh, anyone can see the road that they walk on is paved with gold. It's always summer, they'll never get cold. They'll never get hungry, they'll never get old and gray. Oh, you can see the shadows wandering off somewhere. Won't make it home, they really won't care. They wanted the highway, happier there today, today. Anyone can see the road that they walk on is paved in gold. It's always summer, they'll never get cold. They'll never get hungry, never get old and gray. Oh, you can see the shadow wandering off somewhere. Won't make it home, they really won't care. They wanted the highway, happier there today, today. Sheesh. All right, let's go. Filter off. The children woke up and they couldn't find them. They now had more important things to say. Hey, 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 hey. All right. Let's see what else we got. going on this old thing. The children woke up and they couldn't find them. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's add some more songs to this queue up. Okay. Let's play The Way by Fastball. Let's get that out of here. Let's get it out of here. I'm all done. I'm finished. Finito. Kaputskis, as it were. The children woke up and they couldn't find them. They now had more important things to say. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do... trying to find ones that I haven't done in a while. Okay, I think this might be good. Family trees. I stand on an island in the snow. And then maybe this one. We'll see if I remember how to play it. All right. So moving right along. What do we got next? A little song, a little ditty that I personally like to call Crooked Teeth. And probably the people who wrote it as well, I imagine, like to call it that as well. But that's not my business. I'm just here to entertain. So that being the case, we got some Crooked Teeth. Let's go. It was 100 degrees. It was 100 degrees as we sat. Where is it? Is it here? It was 100 degrees as we sat beneath the willow tree whose tears didn't care. They just hung in the air and refused to fall, to fall. I knew I'd made a horrible call, because now state lines felt like the Berlin Wall, and there was no doubt about which side I was on. So I built you a hole in my heart, made from rotten wood, decayed from the start. And you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. I break treacherous streets and kids strung out on homemade speed, and we shared a bed in which I could not sleep at all. Oh, cause at night the sun in retreat made the skyline look like crooked teeth in the mouth of a man who was devouring us both. You're so cute when you're slurring your speech, but they're closing the bar. They want us to leave. you can't find nothing at all. If there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all. If there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all. If there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all. If there was nothing there all along. I'm a war of head versus heart. It's always this way. My head is weak, my heart always speaks before I know what it will say. And you can't find nothing at all. There was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all. If there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all. If there was nothing there all along. There were churches, theme parks, and malls, but there was nothing there all along. Yes, indeed. That is a new addition to the channel. A new song, new me, new you. I got the blues, but I'm cutting them loose. And that being the case, it's time for, I think, another little smoke break. I'm taking them sporadically, but there should be some rhyme to my reason, right? A little bit of reason to my rhyme at all. I wonder if this still works. No, it doesn't. All right, never mind. I had this really cool, there's this cool effect on Snapcam. Why do I have a mustache all of a sudden? How'd that happen? Filter off. But there's another one that I want to use that I shouldn't even tell people that I'm using it. Where is it? I did this one. I guess. Oh no, it froze. Ah! Oh. So this was a fun Thanksgiving one I added. I didn't really get to use it all that much, but I'm going to have to get rid of it. But yeah, you got a little gobble gobble right there. Hey, what's up? Hey, I'm a turkey. You know what's up? I didn't make it through Thanksgiving this year. Hey, bada boom. But the one that I want, ooh, this one. That one, but that's not the one I'm talking about. Where is it? Where's the one I'm talking about? This one? Yeah, there we go. And then you can turn it down a little bit so that it's not quite, but you get a little bit of that DSLR effect, which I think is kind of cool. So that's what DSLR mode is supposed to look like. AKA streamer mode. But I got to get it set up so that it works a little bit better. For me, personally, what I'm talking about. I just have to, let's see, double check and see what all the parameters are for this. Where you at? Where you at? Okay, so we got this here. And I got spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Okay, filter off. I forgot that I made that one. Okay, what am I looking at? I'm looking for shit, what am I looking for? DSLR mode. So I need touch portal, I believe. DSLR mode on event. Alt number pad 7, which isn't right. So gotta go. Snap camera again. Find our favorites. And where are you? Crying eyes are watching you. Wait, did I change it? It's supposed to be 8. That's why. It's on 7. It's supposed to be 8. Alt number 7. Okay. So we'll do Alt 8. Okay. Alt 8, save. And then unpressed, clear, Alt 8, add, save. Okay, I don't know if it fixed it. Hopefully it did. If not, that's cool too. And I'll look at it at a later date. Hey man, you got no audio on you? Can you hear me now? It's telling me that there's audio coming out on my end. So, yo, but hey, what's up, GBB? How are you at any rate? I hope you can hear me. I'll have to double check it on my side. Oop. I forgot to be there. My bad. But go check out GBB, everybody. If you're watching, wonderful, lovely musician, and also an avid player of games. First-person shooter extraordinaire. Give me a real run for my money in this new Apex thing we got going on, which I like to have. But let's see. Yeah, let me check on mine, on my Twitch, just to be sure. That stuff is coming through. Because how embarrassing would it be for me? Pretty embarrassing, I suspect. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm hearing it. I hear it on my end. So yeah, let me know what's going on. Let me go what's going on. I might have accidentally turned it off at some point in the future. I've been messing with stuff. You know how it goes. You know how it gets. But I think I just fixed this DSLR mode. Streamer point reward? Did I just do it? No, it didn't work. Oh, it did work. Okay, cool. Awesome. We're back in business, folks. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. When you asked for daughters, I asked for sons. Okay, cool. I think we're back in business. But yeah, we're just sitting here playing some music. I'm gonna get through the queue. And yeah, keep it pushing. Just did Crooked Teeth. Next up, we'll do some Granddaddy. Just a big band I love. I love Granddaddy the band. Granddaddy the band. Granddaddy. All right, let's go. You said I'd wake up dead drunk, alone in the park. Called you a liar, but how right you were. Air-conditioned TV land, 20 grand walk to the bank. Shakes from the night before, staring at the tiki floor. High school wedding ring keys are under the mat. Follow the houses here, but not motels. I try to sing it funny like Beck, it's bringing me down. Lower beautiful ground. Oh, oh. Test, tongue, and fair, crime, and iPods made you. There you go. Next up, we'll do an original by me. I hope you like it. If I can remember how it goes. My air conditioning, oh my air conditioning, my air conditioning. Ooh, my air conditioning, oh my air conditioning, my air conditioning. Oh, it's cold out there. And I know because, oh no. It's hot out there. Oh, it's cold in here. But the last time that I turned it off, slept right through my alarm clock. Woke up to my pillow stuff with idle dreams of settled dust and clinging beads of sweat. Memories I should forget when before they'd been blown away by my air conditioning, oh my air conditioning, my air conditioning. Ooh, oh my air conditioning, oh my air conditioning, my air conditioning. Oh, it's hot out there. No, because that's where you are. Scorch the earth, a happy star, with the moon and clouds and world below, reflecting back your silly glow. And I can't breathe the vacuum of space. Seems my hands best fit my face when I'm in dire need of shade. Or my air conditioning, my air conditioning, my air conditioning. Ooh, oh my air conditioning, oh my air conditioning, my air conditioning. I feel the breeze but I can't breathe. I feel the cold, I don't care. I feel the breeze, I can't breathe. I feel the cold, I don't care. I feel the breeze, I can't breathe. I feel the cold, I don't care. I feel the breeze, I can't breathe. I feel the cold, I don't care. If it's sucking out or blowing in, this is a fight I cannot win. So for all my shuckles show, I'm the king of letting go. So for now I'll walk away to the heat of Independence Day. Let us separate my breath until there's nothing left of my air. There we go. I feel the breeze, but I can't breathe. I feel the cold, but I don't care. Alright, let me futz around and try doing another original. It's always the goal. I don't like this feeling inside me, trembling branches, burning fruit trees, past the garden, past the grand estate, father sleeping. Oh no, he won't wait for nothing. For something, for anything, for everything. Mother's weeping for her long lost gold. Hands like Jesus, nothing she can hold. I'm no better, I'm a feckless weight. Like my brother, I shut my eyes away for nothing. For something, for anything, for everything. I'm doing great, man. How are you? I'll have to give you the rundown when I'm done with the song regarding my stream title. Still here, that's the most important part of it, right? Physically and mentally, I guess. You don't want to check out until you have to check out. I'm here enough. We ate our substance, not where you could see. Gormandizing, sugar candy. Learn this lesson, Learn this lesson well. Tame the demon, or be dragged down to hell for nothing. Oh, for something, for anything, for everything, for anything. Exactly. You got it in one. Okay. So. Clap. Let's go. Yo, Chibi-san, what's up, homie? Thank you for being here, man. Good to see you. How's it going? How's your day going, my friend? I'm doing good. It's been like a kind of tumultuous past couple of days. Rachel, my partner, her parents were in town, so we're dealing with that. I was, family. You know how it can go, how it goes from time to time, but it was good. But the biggest thing, and yes, the gummies. So these gummies I got, right? So as you can see, I have a filter on right now, but it says Delta 9 THC. So these are like a legal version. Before they don't have weed in stores officially yet. There are no like real dispensaries around. So I was just like, I didn't really have any weed, and I was like, let me go check out this CBD store down the street. So they have these things, Delta 9 THC, and it's like, I didn't really look into it at all. I was like, let me try it. I figured it was just some sort of CBD extract sort of thing. But it turns out, if you remember the sort of the research chemical craze, I think it kind of started with like salvia. Like salvia was a big one. Bath salts was a big one. And then there were different like versions like of weed and stuff where they basically just spray a chemical on plant matter and you smoke it. And that was like what salvia was. There's like LSA, or not LSA. I keep saying LSA, but not LSA. Like 2CA, 2CB, 2CE, 2CI were big ones for like like different kinds of like ecstasy and LSD and all that sort of stuff. Salvia plant, yeah. See, salvia was good. I guess salvia isn't a research chemical. It's more of like one of those, like the alternative drugs here. Salvia was legal here for a little while. For I think what the same thing, like stuff like this is legal, where it's like a loophole where they just haven't made it illegal yet. I've tried salvia many times, yeah. Much to my chagrin, I much prefer DMT. The way I describe salvia to people is it's like or the way I describe DMT to people is it's like salvia, but good, but enjoyable, at least for me. But I loved watching those like salvia videos. There was that guy who was like all about the salvia and would like smoking salvia and driving a car. Have you seen those videos? You should try DMT. DMT is amazing. And it's in the same sort of thing where it's like it's very an incredibly potent psychedelic that only lasts for like, maybe 15-20 minutes at the most. Here, let me show you. let me pull it up. Let me pull it up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, salvia was like, that really kicked off the craze, I think, because it wasn't just this guy's videos were pretty crazy. But then there was also like Miley Cyrus. There's a video of Miley Cyrus like smoking. Okay, here we go. These videos are so old. Holy crap. All right, but I'll show you this. But yeah, how was your experience with salvia? Like, how did you enjoy it? I don't want my very specific experience to color anybody's thoughts that they might have about the plant without, of course, going out and doing your own research. But for me personally, it wasn't my favorite thing ever that I tried. Yeah, let's go. So this guy right here.
Hello, and welcome to Gardening on Salvia. I'm Eric, your host. Today
Let me make sure that you guys can hear.
Plant in our gardens. What you're going to want is a hole that's about 10 centimeters deep, about 5 centimeters on each side, and just pick out a nice spot in your garden for that. Doesn't matter where you put it. The roots aren't that intrusive. So I've got a nice spot right about here. I'm going to go ahead and smoke some salvia, and then we're going to dig this hole and put it in the ground.
Okay, is it loud enough now? Can you hear better?
Now you want to hold that smoke in until your vision starts to vibrate. Once that happens, you're going to dig your hole and you'll be good to go. So my spot is right about here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start digging on that. Then once it has it done, I'm going to put the plant in there. And you want to hold the smoke in. Keep holding it in. Keep holding it in.
He's in space now. There's nothing we can do for him.
Oh, I don't know. Poo. Poo.
Yeah, I'll tell you my craziest experience. But but you get the idea. Basically, it was a whole series of videos when salvia was a big thing, where this guy was like just taking salvia. He has one where he's like driving your car and taking salvia. And he's like behind the wheel and he takes a hit of salvia and he's just staring out and like a cat jumps on the windshield. And he's like, oh. But the cat on the windshield, exactly. But it was just kind of a funny, because everybody I knew. I was in college at the time, so I guess I'll recount to y'all a little bit of my experience with salvia. But one of the big ones for me was when I was in college. I had a roommate who disappeared, basically. So I had a roommate who disappeared. He was there for the first semester. The next semester, he just was gone. All his stuff was still in our dorm room. He was just gone, and I had no idea what happened to him. I would joke around with people and tell them that he had died or something, because I had no idea. But come to find out, further down the line, he actually had a bad reaction to some medicine in the hospital and died. His heart stopped and they had to bring him back to life. And so I felt kind of bad about making that joke after the fact. But he was fine. He came back near the end of the semester and got his stuff. But he had a lockbox with salvia in it, and me being a punk kid in college at the time, I looked up a YouTube video on how to open lockboxes, and I opened his lockbox with salvia in it so I could smoke it. Yeah. Yeah, but he was fine. But I took the salvia and I took it with some friends, and I had a bottle of Jack Daniels. And I went over to my buddy's place and was drinking Jack Daniels. I just had this bad breakup sort of thing with this chick I was seeing, and decided to smoke salvia. And I guess like I don't remember a good amount of it, but apparently I smoked it through the bowl across the room and then was just like rolling around on the ground drooling. And then this lady came in and I thought that she was me. And so I was like squeezing this lady, and then I ran out into another dorm, to my sister's dorm. And the next thing I remember, I woke up and I was like, had my head down on a table in her dorm, drooling, and just a horrified faces in a circle around me. And apparently I had come into like this study room and sat down at this table and like laid my head down and in the middle of this study group full of people. And so I just woke up and they were all staring at me, and then they all got their stuff and like walked away. And I came to my senses and walked back to my dorm. And it was just like an insane like blackout, probably because I had been drinking. But that was pretty much like one of my crazier salvia memories. It's just like, and it was all recounted to me like after the fact. But yeah, you went back in time? Fuck, dude. Shit, man. I want to hear this story. I'll have to remember that. Let me write this down, because I want to hear this back in time salvia story. Like, I've had like more psychedelic experiences, but like the psychedelic experiences at this point, like I've done enough stuff where psychedelic stuff doesn't really weird me out too much, you know? Yeah, man, it was frightening. I took salvia on acid one time, and that was weird. It kind of ruined the trip for me though, because it got like really weird. It got really psychedelic for a little while, and then when you come down and you're just like on acid again, it doesn't really hit the same. But yeah, maybe that was kind of crazy too. Was smoking salvia while I was tripping on acid. That was pretty nuts, but it wasn't like as traumatic. Well, let's see, ChiBB. And all of you in chat, if you remember this, go follow ChiBB and wait for him to stream and ask him for his salvia story if I'm not there to do it, because I'm trying to hear this shit. But I remember this, you know, the scene out of Doctor Strange with the hands. That kind of thing actually happened, but with my hands in a lighter. Remind me of that scene. I saw Doctor Strange, but I only watched it once. Was it like a bunch of hands like came out and grabbed him or something? Let me see if I can find it. Doctor Strange hands. Dr. Stephen Strange's accident. Is this it? Let me see if I can scrub through it real quick and see if this is the scene. Because, yeah, I watched it once. It wasn't my favorite Marvel movie, so I only saw it the one time. I thought he was kind of a turd. Got in a car accident. Oh, his hands. Wait, what? In a cave-shaped place, but just hands. Okay, I can imagine that. I'm just looking at this scene right now where it's like him in the hospital, and it's fucking, look at his, they got his hands like, they've got his hands in traction. Oof. That's tough. I was like, hands? Oh my God. Look at his hands. That must be terrifying. I completely forgot about this movie. Shit's bonkers. She's bucks wild. When he visits the Buddha Dudette. The Brudda? I'll have to rewatch it. I won't rewatch it, actually. I shouldn't say that. But I will take your word for it. Yeah, because I haven't. Maybe like when the next one comes out, I'll revisit it and check it out. But I was just really like the. Yeah, there's this. Yeah, I don't know. If you look up something like Doctor Strange tripping scene. Okay, let me look it up. Doctor Strange tripping. Doctor Strange open. Oh, this scene. Where he opens his third eye. Oh, that's one thing I love. Really did like about this movie. I think they did like the I think they did the psychedelic scenes really well. Hold on, we can watch this. We can watch this scene. I think. I'm guessing the answer is is probably not. That's what's up. I did forget. I shouldn't have been a jerk about it. I did forget that I really did appreciate the like psychedelic kind of aspects of it that they were able to put into it. I think they did a good job. So let's see. Let me read back through this. So I looked at my hands and everything became hands. I looked at the lighter and everything became lighters. Oh, did it give you like almost like a kaleidoscopic effect? I remember you're bringing me back to my experiences, but I remember when I took acid, I remember it turned everything into like a kaleidoscope. Like I felt like I was inside a kaleidoscope that was being turned. And you know how the kaleidoscope, like everything like breaks apart and like melds together. I felt like I became part of this kaleidoscopic world, and I was like being twisted and like shifted around and torn apart, and it was just really uncomfortable. And I think generally that was the vibe I got from Salvia. Is like it was just a very uncomfortable trip. Like it didn't feel like super fun or inviting or anything, which is if you do DMT, at least from my experience, it's very much not like that. Felt like I was on a Flickr book and all of this reality was a Flickr book, and like a Flickr book, like one of those books that you flip through, like a flip book. We call them flip books here, but it's just like you flip it and there's a bunch of pictures on it and the picture changes depending on when you flick it. Is that what a flick book is? A Flickr book, and the force of Flickr was pushing me backwards and I had to force myself upright. No, the answer is teach me. Yeah. But you should, yeah. Then I was in a room surrounded by my friends the first time, and a girl, tomboy, was standing behind me. And I didn't know her, but I knew her really well, and we were really good friends. I didn't look at her, but I could feel what she looked like, and she was wearing a baseball cap. That's very specific. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember in college, I watched my buddy trip. She had a ponytail. You could feel that she had a ponytail. That's crazy. I watched my buddy trip when he did it, and he like smoked, held it in, and then like his eyes got really wide, and he just ran outside. It's like dreaming awake, yeah. But he smoked it, his eyes widened, he looked around, and he ran, and he told us later what happened. We found him like outside. He told us later what happened was the whole world turned into Legos, and then we like all turned into Lego people, and then there were Legos chasing him. And so he ran out, and he was like perched like on top of a table, and he said he felt like he was trapped in Legoland with all these Legos like coming after him. And I thought that was really interesting and also traumatic looking back on it. Exactly. Acid at least has some roots in reality, I think, which is good. But it's like stuff like salvia that will just completely take you and put you in this crazy place. And also DMT. Like if you take a hit of DMT, it'll take you to a different universe. It'll take you to a different plane. A Lego movie, but nowhere near as funny. And I doubt that Batman was there. But like I follow him on Facebook, and it seems like he's doing all right. It seems like he's gotten past it a little bit. But yeah, man, like those, and so like I say that all to say that if there's like a legal version of drugs, and I can't believe I forgot this, but if there's a legal version of a drug, never assume that it's legal because it's safe. Usually it's legal because they haven't outlawed it yet or made it illegal yet. Because I Googled this, and it was like stuff like this. It's like they don't even grow weed with this on it. They like make this and then they spray it on weed and you smoke it like that. So it's actually like way more chemically than they would have you think. Like it says hemp derived on here, but that's because they extract it from the hemp plant and then do a bunch of chemical shit to it, which I didn't realize until I thought it was just CBD. I felt like salvia was real, but it was very, very unfiltered, spiritual something. Yeah, I didn't mean like not like based in reality, like it doesn't feel real, because it definitely feels real. But I mean like with acid, you can still tell that you're like walking around, you know, you're walking down the street because you're on a street, you know, it's based in like you look around and there's just not stuff appearing. Like maybe stuff is like rippling, or maybe you get like, if you take a lot of acid, you'll see stuff that maybe is not there. But I think there's a misconception about a lot of stuff like acid or shrooms, where there's people will tell you that you're going to see stuff that's just not there, which isn't necessarily the case. Whereas like with salvia, you'll just see shit and you're like, what the fuck is that? Is that real? I have no idea. Basically Lego Movie 2, except Batman was in that one. I felt like I was seeing what reality looks like when my mind has some filters turned off that makes it look right. Word. Yeah, I get you. I lost my sense of self for a while. There was salvia, but with acid, I knew where it was. Yeah. Yeah. I say, man, we're getting into like sharing psychedelic stories. But I should just do a stream all about that. I should do a stream where we just like talk about our experiences with psychedelics. Cause yeah, I've definitely have an acid story where I started to lose my sense of self, and started to kind of lose grasp of like what was going on around me. That's because I took way more than I should have. You would do, if you can find DMT instead, do DMT. But yeah, if you want to do it, because I think here they just made it illegal. They outlawed it. Like there was a brief period in time where you could just buy it in smoke shops or buy it anywhere. But that was just because they hadn't made it illegal yet. But now I think it's illegal here. And let me just double check that, because I don't want to just be putting this out of hand. Salvia legality, USA. Legal status of Salvia divinorum in the United States. In late 2002, they went to schedule salvia as a controlled substance at the national level, but it was opposed. So legal status by state. Yeah, it looks like it's on a state by state basis, but most states it is a Schedule 1 drug. But it looks like in like most states there is, except for California, you can't. I guess you can still buy it in California, but you can't buy it if it's a minor. And then in Connecticut, it's still to be scheduled. And then in Georgia, it's only a dangerous drug. It's been added to a list of dangerous drugs. But other places, it's actually a scheduled drug. It's a Schedule 4 drug in Minnesota, but Schedule 1 drugs most other places. Interesting. I did not know that. I knew they made it. I knew they classified it. They just made it illegal here too. But I don't know anymore. They fucked up with the laws at the time for about a month. I shit you not. Even coffee, I think, was illegal because of the definitions using the stupid law they drew up in a hurry. Sounds about right. And some minister was up in arms about it, member of parliament, because they used poppers and they made them illegal too. That's hilarious. It's so funny how this shit happens. Poppers are illegal here, I believe. I know people buy them. I've tried poppers, but I never tried poppers until I moved here to New York City. People really like poppers. Poppers are legal, and also those little nitrous capsules or whatever that they use, or what are those called? That they use in whipped cream. Canister, but they're these little like, you can buy them on Amazon. Yeah, you can buy them on Amazon. Here, I'll show you. But they're little nitrous things that a lot of people do too, because you can't get nitrous tanks anymore. I've been to a couple like nitrous tank parties back in the day, and that was pretty crazy. But you can still buy these things. You can buy them off Amazon, but they're little nitrous chargers, and you can crack them open and huff them, and that's like a big party thing to do. I haven't done it in a while. It's not really for me, but you can get little handheld crackers and blow up a balloon with them and huff them. And this is why this channel, for those anybody who might be curious, this is why this channel is 18 plus. So if you're not 18, don't fucking be here. or at least don't tell me that you're not 18, because at this point it's just an instant ban. I'm not even trying to fuck with people anymore. But yeah, it's so weird, and I think that's probably a feature more than I think it's probably a feature of the law more than anything, because it seems like the more leeway that people with, in charge of the law have with the definitions of what they can get you for. If they can get you for anything at any moment, then it's good for them, because they can just pick you up for whatever if they don't like you. There's a bunch of laws, like car laws, like you're not supposed to like have stickers on your car or something like that. But there's all these kind of ridiculous laws here where nobody actually enforces them, but they can cite them if they want to just pull you over because they think that something's wrong with you. They can just pull you over instead of having actual probable cause. They can just pull something out of the air and be like, oh, you have a sticker on the back of your car. Sorry, we had to pull you over. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. They made cannabis legal medicinally, but you try getting it prescribed. Even when my ex's dad was dying of cancer and multiple sclerosis, holy shit, both specifically treated by cannabis, and the oncologist told them to get cannabis off the record and illegally to treat him. That's fucked. The actual cancer doctor told us to get cannabis elsewhere rather than prescribe it in a country where it is actually legal. Yep. It's the same here. It was medically legal in NYC for a long time, but good fucking luck trying to get a card, and good fucking luck trying to get halfway decently weed. I hear the medical weed here in New York City or New York State is just terrible. It's like pre-ground, just crappy stuff. And so it's like, even if you could get it medically, it's like you may not necessarily want to because the quality just isn't there, which is a shame. I actually think the local authorities are good about it, and so are others in the UK, but to be fair, if there was some dude who's doing a load of dodgy shit and all they could stick him, I was cannabis, I might be legit. Yeah, I feel like they definitely stick stuff in there to get people. Like, you can only have a certain amount of plants. You can only have a certain amount of weed on you or at a certain time. You can only grow a certain number of plants. They always put more rules into place for that sort of stuff. And I know that people were worried because now that they have about how they're going to test people for smoking weed or something if you're driving a car, because the only way they can really test you for if your blood is do like a blood test. It's not really legit because it shouldn't be illegal, full stop. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, let people do their own thing, I think. And because the only reason that this exists, the only reason that, research chemicals and legal, variants of stuff are made, like bath salts, the only reason bath salts exist is because the drug people were searching for is illegal. So with the laws, I feel like a lot of times you do end up doing a lot of more harm than good, because people are going to do the shit anyways. Same thing with like back alley abortions and shit like that. Like people, if someone needs an abortion, it doesn't matter if it's illegal or not. They're still going to find a way to do it. So we should try to get people the help they need to do things as safely as possible, as opposed to fucking cutting them off from any means of supporting themselves. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they do a swab. They might have. There may be a swab test here. I'm not exactly sure. I just remember when they were first. I was out in one of the first days. I was out on the West Coast here when they were doing legalization, and I know that people were worried because there wasn't like, they didn't know how the cops were going to go about busting people for driving while on weed, because it's generally, I feel like stoners generally don't drive like shit, like unlike people who are drunk. But that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, I'm not a proponent of research chemicals, but I'm fine with salvia because of its plant-based nature, but I wouldn't recommend. In fact, I'd say don't do the chem stuff at all. I would completely agree. I've done a fair amount of that stuff, and it's always just kind of off. You know what I mean? I feel like you can definitely feel the chemical aspect of it. Like even as opposed to like, because I wouldn't even say like, because technically LSD is a chemical, but I think that the guy who made LSD, or who figured out the chemical process for LSD, it's just been so well researched. And I think that's the biggest thing about it too, is that there's so much care and so much research that go into anything, whether it be like marijuana or whether it be LSD, that there's a lot more that's gone into that than that's gone into research chemicals that people are just kind of pushing out there to sell as fast as possible before they get made illegal, which is where a lot of the dangerousness comes from. Is just that it's unregulated and it's just a bunch of people just doing whatever, and we have no idea what that is. Now they did a test with bicycles on booze and cannabis didn't affect the riders badly, but 2 drinks did. Yeah. I think also the other thing about like cannabis is I saw an article, and it was talking about how THC blood level has no correspondence to level of impairment. Because like you or I, who smoke like most every day, we would be fine. But somebody, like if we were driving or whatever and we'd had a joint, but if somebody who didn't smoke had a joint, they would be in a completely different, space than we are. And so it's like, that's another issue with like, blood tests, or I imagine even swab tests, is the amount of THC in somebody's body does not have any correlation. Same with alcohol too. Like somebody who drinks all the time, it's not necessarily a correlation to how fucked up you are at the end of the day. These days, instead of LSD, I think I'd rather just do shrooms. You should try them if you can. Shrooms are fun. I know you can get spore kits pretty easily and then just make them in like a mason jar in your closet. I had a buddy who did that. But I like shrooms. Shrooms are I'd say they're more euphoric. Shrooms are more euphoric, and they don't last quite as long as acid. Acid, I think, is like more of a marathon. Shrooms, I would say, is more of I don't know, a middle distance. If salvia is like a sprint, and LSD is like a marathon, then maybe shrooms are like a half marathon or something like that, I guess. But yeah, shrooms, I would say, are more euphoric. I laugh a lot more when I'm on shrooms and get giggly and stuff. It feels like a little bit more out of control, but like in a fun way. Of course, your mileage may vary, and be in a good place. Be in a good, safe place with people that you care about. If it's your first time doing it. Yeah. Man, I might have to just be. I just might just have to be the psychedelic streamer. Yeah, because I think we might be seeing some. We might be seeing some acid around these parts in the near future. At least I heard. If my FBI agent is watching, no, you're not. You didn't hear anything. I didn't say anything. But I don't know if I would be comfortable doing a whole stream like tripping, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd be averse to it. Yeah. I want to let you know also about the age rate thing, but just so you know, I don't think Twitch is super strict on it. In fact, I think it's just a warning and not a rule. And Chi-B-Sun checked on it and doesn't specify age, but that of course is up to you. I didn't want you to think you would lose your channel or some shit. Also, I know what we're talking about. It kind of age restricted, but I think you would consistently be sensible enough not to talk any shit anyways. No, it's all good. What I realized is, you know, in dealing with, you know, kind of, you know, the underage people, because it's not even about, I guess for me, it's more like about the, I suppose, just the energy in the chat, really. And I just find that, and, you know, no offense to any people who are maybe of more mature age or who act more maturely, I guess is the thing. And I hate to be that guy because I never thought I would be that guy, but it's like every once in a while, it's the age thing. It's more for me at the end of the day than it is for Twitch, really. It's more that I don't want to deal with a lot of immaturity and bullshit on the channel. And I was kind of putting up with it, you know, and just kind of being cool with it for, you know, to grow my channel and to like talk to people and stuff like that. But it's like, it just tires me out. And I realize that I don't have to do that, you know? So yeah, in terms of the channel and like Twitch being strict about me talking about drugs and stuff, like that's important to me. And like, but that's like of a lesser importance than me just not having to deal with a bunch of immature bullshit in the chat and people just like, I don't know, being shitty, I guess. It gives me license to just ban people that I don't want to talk to. I mean, and also like it was weird because I had literally 4 or 5 people in chat be like, "Oh, I'm 14, I'm 13, I'm stuff like that." And it corresponded with how they acted. You know, like I could tell, like when I talk to people in the chat, like I kind of have like kind of an idea of their age range, I guess. And I shouldn't say that, but it like kind of confirmed to me with like the way they were acting in chat and the way they were talking to me. And then when they were like, "Oh, I'm this age," I'm like, "Okay, it makes sense." And so yeah, you know, for better or worse, it's the decision I've made. And, you know, it has me talking to y'all. And also it's for you guys. Like, I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of bullshit in chat driving people away because there's a bunch of immature shit going on in the chat that, like, I just, you know, I don't want to have to deal with it. But yeah. Yeah, I do get you. It made me think because as far as I understand, one of my followers is only 17, but I got an age warning. But the dude has a full-on girlfriend and job and ran away from his country at 16. Yes, exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. So it's like, I think that if you're mature enough to not fucking say how old you are in a channel that's age restricted, that's like, I think that's a test, really. You know what I mean? I think that's a good way to test for, you know, I don't know. Like, I would imagine if somebody is, you know, I don't want to say smart enough, but if someone is mature enough to handle themselves, then they're probably also mature enough to, like, respect me and my decisions for the channel. And so, like, yeah, I'm not going to actively seek out sub 18 people and be like, "Oh, you can't be here." But it's just, like, these very obvious examples of people being, like, coming in the channel and telling me how old they are. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but yeah, that's kind of my whole thing behind it. Even Chibi-san was like, oh, he's only 14. That makes sense now. Exactly. And that's honestly what the age restriction is based on. It's like, yeah, just to kind of, because now that they say that, and I'm like, okay, I can be like, oh, well, you're fucking banned now. Sorry. You're not 18. You're being a dildo in my chat. And also, yeah, you're just being shitty. So, yeah, see you later. but yeah. Like as a group as a whole of people who are sub 18, I'm not trying to get on your case. I'm not trying to tell you that you're any which way or anything, because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But if you make it my problem and tell me how old you are, then it becomes my problem. Okay. Let me do, since technically I never changed it to just chatting. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should do just like a just chatting stream and like a music stream. I don't know. Hey, don't be a dildo or I'll kick you. I'm gonna start because yeah, it's like, it's not so much about age, honestly. It's about maturity level. Yeah, it's not even about age at the end of the day. I think it's just about maturity level. And as long as someone is mature enough to know not to throw their age in chat, which you shouldn't do anyway, if you're under 18 or really any age, just because you don't know any of these people on the internet. Yeah, like I'm perfectly fine with mature people, and I assume that mature people are gonna be, chill. But yeah, hey, don't be a dildo or I will kick you. I'm gonna write that down. I'll save that for a rainy day. The next time I get that, cause yeah, it's like for me, it's so weird to have to be the sheriff in town. You know what I mean? And it's like you start out a stream and you want to be nice to everybody because you grow your channel and stuff. But I think at the end of the day, coming at it with that attitude can be kind of detrimental to your channel, because you want your channel to be something that's inviting to the type of audience that you're looking to reach. Yeah, and I think there's a specific kind of audience that I'm trying to reach, which very much includes y'all that are here right now, and I really appreciate y'all being here. You had my title set to marbles, and I spent 10 hours programming Mini. I think having children can help with that. Being the sheriff, I mean, yeah. See, maybe that's my problem. Well, I'm gonna be moving in with Ray, and she has 6 cats, and they're very much like little loud children. I won't say that they are like children, because they're obviously not, but there has to be a sheriff in town. But yeah, I think you're right. I think that learning to be the sheriff of my own town is an important thing for me to do. Learning how to stand up for myself, I think, really is what it is. I think that's been a big part of my growth, is kind of learning how to kind of speak out for myself. Not far off, but less cooking and nappy changing. Yeah. Yep. True. I imagine that it would maybe be a little easier. I don't know. Would it be easier if kids had a litter box? If you were like, nah, just go in the litter box. I'll clean it out later. Maybe that should be the thing. Maybe we need to rethink this whole diaper phenomenon. Oh fuck, my stream cut out. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Internet, what happened? Did you die? Did you die? Did you die? Well, it's good while it lasted.